Hello and welcome back to City Skylines, the rebuild of San Cruz, where I rebuild one of my cities. Here is the oil field that we finished last time, and also heading over to this Domino Row, or you can call it Domino Avenue. These apartment buildings and with the commercial stuck in between them. Off camera, I have done some work. We're flying over the big shopping center here. I have done some work with the train station over off camera. I thought about actually doing that on camera, but then I said, no, I've already done that episode, and I'm going to do something different to this one. So here you see in the distance that I have put in another hub. There's a with monorail trains, and there's a metro station underneath there. In this episode is going to build one more metro line, so it will be a total of 3. And one of the train lines is going over here, and this is the new station I put in. Found it on the workshop. It's apparently the Dresden Central Station. It was a little bit tricky because they have the trains on 2 different levels. But let's bring up the UI and get into planning. So, what I'm going to do in this episode, you see this train station here. It's I put this building here. That's actually the tracks continue here, but and this is a dead end. So it was a little bit tricky to getting in there. I had to redesign the what is it? Amusement park again. And get this. The freight line is still going underneath all of this. And there is actually 3 subway stops under here. One like that goes like that, and 1 and 2 that goes like that. And I only had 2 subway lines. But there is this station over here that actually have 2 subway lines. One like that and one like that. And I have only used one of them. I have no clue why that freight train is using that track. Why isn't it using that one? That is really weird. Well, anyway, I am thinking of going with another subway line that goes from here over underneath this area with the station somewhere around here. Then goes, I think, the station around here, and then going in maybe with the station here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a station here or if I'm just going to put it right back into this one. Then there would be a little curve going down and connecting to this station that I'm going to upgrade. I have a station with 2 tracks. And then it's going to continue in to the station here. And then that line is going to continue up through here. And this area here. And into this area. I know that there's a train line going here already, but there's going to be some more stops. We'll have a stop here, and then I think the train line is going to end either in this one, or if I'm going to extend it later into this ore area here for the workers that want to go there. But we'll see. But it's right now it's going to stop here in the Lafayette district. So, and I haven't quite decided if I'm going to put it in. Oh my god, what that is bumpy. I have to fix that. If I'm going to do it on a bridge or if I'm going to do it underneath. Not sure. Well, anyway, let's get to building. But first, let's say good morning to Wolfie. Come on, let's wake up. Yeah, it's time to play some games. Well, here we are at one of these train stops, metro stops. I'm going to replace this one with a double track. one that is let's see where we have. There we have. There is a big problem with the vanilla stations in City Skylines. It is that if you go with them, if you take the first person view with the train underneath, that will not be a good idea. It connected there. Oh, I have to take it away. And the problem is that the stations doesn't exist. when you look at them, there is nothing but sky overhead, and the train is flying in the air. So I should have checked these stations before, and I have some vanilla stations still on the line. Have to replace them. I hope that this station will actually work the way I intended to. Also, that actually these stations that are on that big train station and this station here that I'm connecting this hub actually will work the way I want them to. And here is some major headache. There's a road, there's train lines, and I think I'm going to remove the road for now. Have to find a better way to connect that to see how I will do that. Not sure yet. Maybe build a very big bridge with over there, or it is actually the one of the train lines, and oh, come on, let's get that in. There we go. And it's no, it doesn't. I won't have to kind of tweak this a little bit, make it go down maybe. Yeah, subways can take pretty steep slopes here, so I think that won't be a problem. At least I imagine they can. We have special subways here, but there are a lot of things intersection here. You have potential road, you have rail lines, you have subway lines, you have the monorail line. There are a lot of things here. And here we're going up a little bit to connect there. There we go. That's finished. And let's continue here. And I really don't. We will go into time lapse here, I think. So let's see. We're gonna see what we're gonna put in this station here. Putting in this one, I want it there, and I thought about putting it by the hospital, but then I thought that maybe it's better to put it by the tram line so we can actually have some connection there. I'm gonna put in this one over by that big mall, and another one in this area here that we actually haven't rebuilt yet, but we'll do. And then a subway station by that big shopping center, and one here at the end by the hospital, like that. And then it's just a matter of connecting these up. And since I imagine that this is like the newest line, and this is like a deep level, sort of a deep level, it goes underneath the river there. And then I saw that, not in time, but I saw it when I made the lines later, that it doesn't actually connect in the right place there. So I will fix that when I do the lines. And let's also go underneath here and connect up there. So that is now the tram network, metro network. That new line goes up there. And what we're gonna do now is get some lines in. Where do we have that one? Like that. And we're gonna start here up at the airport. And now we're starting at the airport and going by the train station, and yeah, it goes very fast here. And by the main station, and then up to this area here. There'll be one of the lines. There'll be 2 connection points between 3 connections. There's a lot of connections here to be made. I think I will see there how I can do. I didn't get it to work with that other line there for some reason. It didn't want to cooperate, but I will see if I can make it work then off camera, so that they actually get it to look very nice there. And this train line is the one that goes underneath there, and back to the airport. So there are actually a lot of ways to get to the airport here. It would be trains and metros, 2 metro stations, 2 metro lines, and I don't know why that happened. Oh, yeah, that is why what I said before, that it didn't connect properly. And here we got a little weird. It decided to double back there. So there we go, and continue that line up there, and connect this all, and this will soon be the last line to be finished, and then we will go to add one stop there, and that's the 3 metro lines. And what we're gonna go now is the train line. So we got, and there will be one train, there will be actually 2 train lines that start at this station, one that goes up over the bridge and down to that area by the harbor, and this station was a little bit tricky to get that in, but we'll start with the time lapse here instead. So we're putting in the train lines. I finally figured out how to do that one, and this is the one that goes all the way up to this area here, and back there and back to that. That is one line, and then we will have one line that goes from here all here, and I wanted that one to connect there, but apparently it doesn't even want to connect there. Okay, I have to you see me here trying to check out how the lines goes and what is happening. I'm gonna take this one first. This is the airport train that goes directly through to the airport, and that one goes, and then we have this one that is like a more that was the airport train, and then we have, and I have to figure out how to get this one in. It was a little bit tricky because it's really hard to see where the actual where the actual start is. There, I think. Is it there? Oh, this is tricky. You can't actually see where. It's a really nice station, but it's hard to see where it is. There. There, I think we got it. There we go. And this one will go by this station here. Yes. And then we'll go up, connect here, and then we have this train station way up here by this little resort area, or this area here. And we I didn't really like that train station. We go back, and maybe I'll try and redesign this mess of tracks there a little to get it exactly as I want it, but we have at least that one connected. So, and now we have the monorail lines to do. This will be just lots of lines. I could have just fixed them a little, but I'll see. We will put these monorail lines in. I didn't get it the way I really want. I forgot that I hadn't connected it in this end. That's a little weird. And I really want to take a ride on that monorail line then, to see just what it looks like to get into that end stop there, that big building. And then we will have one monorail line that goes this way. Shall we take a ride on the monorail line then later? Have to. I didn't really want to go to the tracks I wanted there. See if I can fix that. And there we go. There are the monorail lines also in place. We have all the rails, the metro and the monorail connected up. And I will. Shall we go on a trip with that, or shall we do the buses first, or shall I do the buses off camera? I'm not really sure what to do there. I will think about it a little. Yeah, what I decided to do is that we should take a little train ride on one of the metro lines here that I finally be able to finish. Had really problem there how to get it right. You see here, I managed to get the tunnels rendered. And we're starting here at Walnut Park East, just like little suburb. And we are heading towards Walnut Park. That is right underneath the so-called Domino Avenue. And here we are at Walnut Park. Some people getting off. A bike. Hey, you're not allowed to ride a bike on the platforms. Stop doing that. Well, anyway, here we are heading out again. And we will soon enter over a bridge over the little inlet into the town. Yeah. Here we go. And we are heading towards Prospect Heights. To the right here is the second area we built in the town. And you have to bear with me with some weird tracks going somewhere. I had so much problem with actually getting this to work and getting it to be the way I wanted it. So there are some places where I just didn't have the energy to fix the tracks. And we have two different kind of cars going on this train line, the metro line. But anyway, here we are heading towards Bedford Garden Mall. A big mall here in the little more central part of the city. So we will it's like a little posher, finer mall. I think this whole area is a bit of the upper class inner city areas just outside of downtown. And the next stop we'll be heading for, it will be Cruz Academy of Arts. And I guess it must be a weekend now since there's not a lot of students heading on here. But anyway, we are continuing soon here. Just gonna load up those people. Anytime now. Yeah, and the next stop will be San Cruz Central Station, where you can change for trains, the monorail, buses, the trams, and two other metro lines. There is a lot of things to change to here. And here we are heading in. As you might have seen in the beginning of the episode, I changed the station from the first one I built to the one I'm using now. The first one, I didn't think it quite fitted. It was quite a nice looking asset, but I think this one is way cooler. It was quite a hard time there. Well, anyway, going out now. Next stop is Sherry Square. We can change to Metroline 3. Wow. In one other episode, we might take a ride on that one as well. I have a plan of actually going on some metro lines or train lines, anything in each episode. Well, next up is Leighton Davis Road. This is an pretty unbuilt up area. It's right underneath the old forest area, and it will be redeveloped in a later episode into yeah, office, residential, commercial area, or something like that, or maybe just an industrial area. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with this area yet, but we are on our way, and we are heading towards Evergreen Heights, which is one of the areas that we have built up. And here you can change for the monorail. And you see, this is this glass station. Open up. You can change for both monorail and buses here. I noticed afterwards after I recorded this video that I just didn't put on the sound for the game. But next time I'll do this video, I will do that. Well, now we're heading to Oak District, which is also one of these areas that we haven't done anything with yet, but it will come in a later episode. It's just a suburban residential area. And now we're going to head on over to the other side of the river. First, we are going to go along the highway, just over this really big intersection that I was struggling so much with in one episode. I think this is a little bit of cool stretch here. And actually didn't head over to the river yet. We're going into Poplar Heights here. I was lost my way a little bit over where I was. So this is the last stop before the river. And here comes one of the older trains on the line. As I said, there are two sets of trains. And there are some light poles and things here. You know. Yeah. Well, we're heading over the bridge over to Cooper Square, which is also an area that will be redeveloped in another episode. As you see, the trains haven't really unbunched yet. There was a train just ahead of us. Maybe that's the reason why there are not so many passengers on this train. And now we are heading towards Linden Park, where there's a change for trains and buses. This is yet another area that we haven't visited yet, but we will do. It's just a small, unless it's a suburban area by the railroad towards the little more, what you can call it, tourist area up by the coast. And here we have the train that we're riding on right now. And the last stop on this ride is the San Cruz Airport, where of course you can change for flights to anywhere in the world. So this was a ride on the Metroline 4 in San Cruz. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and we will finish this episode just as soon as we exit the train here. So have a nice day, and